Yo, it's Kevin Trades. This is my weekly recap and outlook for DAX, the German index. So let's just get straight into this. As you can see, this is the weekly candle. We had a bullish week. This week we opened at 24.47 and closed at 24,211.9. If I go into the daily, you can see we had a bullish, bearish, bearish, bullish, doji slash bearish. Before I break this down, first things first, go check the news. We had no news until Friday, which is nice. And then Friday we had 8:30 PMI German flash, CPI at 1:30 and 2:45 PMI. So yeah, good opportunity this week. You can see my levels did not get tapped. However, two draws got taken out of 5, and then this draw was just low of the week. So I'm gonna be deleting these levels. And let's just get into this. So London session on Monday. Unfortunately, so this was low of the week, but this was literally 1:30 a.m. and I just have it as low of the day, low of the week. But that was the first draw. Literally got taken within a few hours of market opening, which is nice, I guess, but didn't really give us any opportunity. But the next draw, we had a. There's nothing on the 15, but it was on the 5. If I go into the 5, yep. Sweep and then a break. We'd mark this out as a 5-minute order block. Going to London session, we wick down, try taking this slow, change it that 5-minute order block. There was a 15-minute, I think it's this one. I want to just mark it out. There's nothing here on the 15, but this 15-minute was nice. I'll make it blue. But as you can see, we wick down, tried taking 7 a.m. low. We didn't. There wasn't really much on the hourly, I think, but this is a nice 20-minute fair value up, but nothing on the hourly. But 7 a.m. sweeps was nice, and you can see it held. So 7 a.m. swept 6 a.m. and yeah, but 8 a.m. tries to come and sweep 7 a.m. fails, goes higher, retraces back into this 5-minute order block, taps the 30-minute fair value up, and this is like around about OT level. And yeah, this just runs to the second drawn liquidity. So that was the first two drawn liquidities taken on Monday, which is nice. I am ill, by the way, so sorry about that. Anyways, coming to New York session on Monday. I should drag this over here. New York session, we were bullish, of course, on all time frames. I'll leave that there. I'll get rid of this fairly up. Get rid of this. Boom. Bullish on the hourly. Let's just check. Yep. Bullish on the 4-hour. Yep. So continuation model. What do you do? Oh, it's already marked out. Okay. You wait for a 5-minute break structure. Here. It's nice as well because we have a sweep before it. Sweep and then break, so it's actually an order block. And then wait for a low, wait for a high. Why does it keep doing that? Can I tap my EQ tool? Thank you. Equilibrium taps the order block as well. 5-minute fairly up as well. And then second draw liquidity. We already hit that, to be fair, but it ran quite a bit. 90 points, 100 points is enough. 90 points. You can see we took this. This wasn't one of my draws, but it's nice. I'll make it white, but again, this was just high of the week. We didn't break past. I did say like here to here is a clean range, but this stopped us. But now it's just engineering more liquidity. So now we have liquidity here, So now it's definitely a clean range. You can see this will get eaten up very quick. But either way, nice, beautiful continuation model, A-star setup, whatever. On Monday, so Monday was a pretty decent day. Coming to Tuesday, yeah. So we did sweep this forward liquidity. Like I said, we tried breaking past it. 2 a.m. re-sweeps, 11 p.m. You can see this reaction, and then we come for this. So this is like kind of an Wyckoff, if I want to say that, but draw would have been this low. Reason being, it's just a 4-hour fair value gap. But if I go into the 5 minute, I want to see this Wyckoff in action. Selling climax, ARST purge. So this is the purge, this is a return to origin. And then yeah, we run all the way to the beginning of the buying climax. This shit's so steep. This shit's so steep. And you can see that rebalance. But how would you call this in London session? Already ran quite a bit. You would be bearish in the hourly because of these break structures. Not only that, sweep and then a break, nearest break structure. So the one nearest is not this one, it's this one. And then we have this hourly fair value gap as well as on the 5 minute. There wasn't really much here. It was just chopping around for like 2 hours. But then we finally break structure here to the draw. But we were in this 5 minute fair value gap from New York the day before for 2 hours until finally 9 a.m. opens. We come down, we take it, and then yeah. But this was low of the day, 11:15. And dare to say it is just OTE. Almost. Is that perfect? Let's check. I actually have no clue. No, almost though. OTE region. The 786 lines up perfectly with the fall value up, which is nice. But yeah. Price just reverse, low the day timing, whatever. Comes for this high. And then this is, I don't want to say mini whack off, but this is a nice secondary test. Purge this low, sweep, break. Came for this high. You would have had a nice draw anyways for this buy. And then this. But that was London session Tuesday, coming to New York. I can just do that. There we go. New York session. Essential reverse. Showing signs of reversal here. But we didn't have much on the 15, but I know there was a 5 minute order block, the one that we just seen. Sweep this low, break above this high, or even this high. So let's just mark it out like this, or like this. That's the 5 minute order block. Make it blue, because why not? And then again, golden pocket, whatever. Also, it was just a 30-minute fair value up, got respected absolutely beautifully right here. Let's make that white. Beautiful respection. And then we went for this high. And I think the timing was very nice as well. Yeah, literally 3 p.m. on the reversal, which is very nice. And then clean move, 150 point move to this high. Keep it in check with bias, whatever. But then we reverse, and Tuesday just holds the high of the week. It's kind of not nice because, like I said, the range. But what did we reverse off of? Literally just this for our inverse was high of the week. But it's fine. Coming into Wednesday, we were chopping around a lot in this range. It looked disgusting on like the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Literally disgusting. At this point, people are confused. Biases, are we still going up? But we're just accumulating. What happens after accumulation? Manipulation, and then distribution, right? But we had this forward. It didn't expect it. Anyways, going to Wednesday London session. This was actually a nice trade. I will show you guys. We were trading in this hourly order block. So this same hourly order block actually got respected. Technically, we broke past here, but we sweep again and then we break structure again. So we're just trading in that same hourly order block for like 2 days, which is fine. I will move this a bit back though, but that was 4 p.m. Price reverses. London opens. We were bearish at this point as well on Wednesday on the hourly. The nearest break structure here or here. Don't even mark that out, but my bad. But all it was just OTE taps. Of course, bear in mind that break structure, you'd be looking for 15-minute. We had this high as well, but you wouldn't have really noticed that high until after the high wouldn't be placed in until after London opens. This high and these highs, you'd be looking for sweeps from. We didn't sweep any of them. What we did was held from this sweep at 5:30. This would have been a good true day tap as well. That would have been true day. I'll make that pink. Yeah, wow. So 5 a.m. is true day, which is 12 a.m. New York time. But OTE tap here, perfect on the 15-minute. London opens, taps it again. I want to see this on the 1 minute actually. London opens, taps it, and then we dump. Again, this is -2, so that's like 20 RR. Let's just double check. That's like if you catch it from the top. Okay, 20, yeah, 25. That's if you catch it from the top. Again, unrealistic, but the ID is there. And then again, we tap OT again from this high. And then we tap it twice here. Again, which is just unrealistic, but double OTE tap and then runs -2. Love to see it. Good trades. Coming into the next forward open though, this sell was better because you actually had these displacements, this OTE tap, this was just high of the 4 hour, and all it was you can see this 15-minute got respected, but better than that, it's an inverse. This inverse was just high of the 4 hour, tap true day, OTE, and then humongous sell off. So good trade there. New York session, I'm pretty sure it was just a continuation. I'd imagine it was also 15-minute, where this was clean as well. You can see the New York liquidity moved it quite a bit, but this 15-minute value gets disrespected here, gets inversed here, and that was just high of the 4 hour candle at 3 p.m. and that was high of the 4 hour candle at 11 a.m. So a very clean day on Wednesday. I wanted like there was also a 5-minute or something. Wait, this is an order block. So sweep up from this high, break below this low, order block. So you have an order block and 15-minute inverse, and then bearish is bias. Well, then bias is bearish, and yeah, good sells. Nothing on the 15, like no sweeps, but it's fine. We already swept a bunch here and here. And then this sell runs quite a lot. Didn't come for low of the week. Low of the week held, and of course this is just an OTE. Bearing in mind the entire week we were just trading for at least 3 days. Wednesday we came for filling in this fair value gap, which is normal. Like Tuesday close, Wednesday open, and then filled in this fair value gap, which is fine. Honestly, we came for the fair value gap fill, and that would have been your draw, initial draw, of course, when selling. But it was also a good rebalance because like these lows we had here were not balanced. Like how is that holding? It got swept. And then price trades back into that 15-minute fair value up, order block, sweep, break, this one and this one. You can see the reactions there. I also want to say it is OTE, not from that low, but I think it's from this low. Perfect OTE for that retracement. I want to see in the 1 minute. Bottom ticked, but it's also from here, low of the week. If you just draw OT from low of the week, again, it's just a wick though. It's a disgusting wick at 5:30 on Wednesday. It looks like news, but we had like no news. But yeah, on the hourly we had this disgusting wick. What happens? This wick gets rebalanced. 6, and then trades higher. And then low of the day on Thursday is just a tap of that 5-minute order block, and that 15-minute gets tapped as well. So I'll just do that 5-minute order block, OTE, beautiful reactions, low of the day. Yeah, London, what London actually does is opens up, sweep, 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 doesn't break past. Prior to this, we are bullish. We're like, if we're bullish, we're looking for 50-minute liquidities, right? You can see none of these really give any reactions. I want to see this in the 1 minute though. Like, none of these were good enough. There was no fairly ups that were respected. There was no solid break structures. Like, even if you consider this as break structure, we never traded a fairly up, never traded higher. And then we came down, tapped this 5-minute order block, tapped OTE, and then you see bullish momentum. But yeah, that was low of the day. And then I want to talk about this trade because it was very clean. After low of the day gets placed at 10 a.m. What time was it? It was 10:10. Yeah. Perfect timing. Of course, leaves behind fair value ups. They get filled and then trades higher. It was a beautiful trade here on the hourly. Hourly inverse, hourly fair value up on the 15-minute fair value up. And then of course EQ, whatever. You love to see it. Good, healthy rebalance. And then we trade all the way higher. But that was pretty much New York session, now that I'm saying it. And then 3 p.m. House had another chance to buy in here. Had a little cheeky little resweep though. Didn't tap that order block, but price didn't really sweep any lows at this point either. But you can consider this as an order block. Broke past this high, came down, reswept a low, filled in this 5-minute fair value gap. It was also 15-minute if I'm correct. And then this 15-minute inverse, yup. Perfect. And this was 3 p.m. Yep. And then price runs. You would have had this initial draw here if you want a quick TP. But then price comes higher, trades back into that 5-minute order block from Wednesday, gives it a reaction. That is coming to Friday, London session. We didn't really go off much here. So the hourly again was bullish. but we weren't breaking past any highs. I'm gonna see if this is like, it probably will be like it's just OTE from this huge move down, but we tapped back into not that 5 minute order block. You can see here. Either way, even if you were bullish on the 1 hour, the 4 hour would have been bullish as well. So you'd look for a 5 minute break structure. We didn't have no break structure here. You would have marked out all these liquidities for sweeps. Again, I was monitoring this, so I know none of these gave any reactions except, oh, what is that? That's just an order block. You know what? Sure. And this one, of course, just holds as a strong low. I'll delete that. That was a 15-minute fair value up inverse. So none of these liquidities gave a reaction. We'll watch it on the 1 minute to just see. Like, so you see this break structure where here? Sure. No fair value up. Again, so that's gone. This is the same one. And then we trade lower. Is that sweep? Nope, that got ran. Is that sweep? Nope, that got ran. This gets edged, so I'm like, okay. Break structure, fair value up, disrespected. Until finally, this one, this isn't even a sweep, this is just an order block. So yeah, none of them liquidities held. We come down, tap this order block. Why is this an order block? Let's delete a bunch of stuff here. The way I see it is sweep of this low, break above this high, or you could even see sweep of this low, break above this high, nearest break structure, break above this high. So yeah, and that was low of the day, 9:15, perfect timing. And then of course it's OTE. You love to see it. And then again, 120 comes down. And obviously we had news this day, so you wouldn't have traded. So like this disgusting price action when we're just ranging here, this cap here is news. And then 130 would have been CPI. That is this move here. I will mark this out because we didn't take this low, and I want this low to get taken. But yeah, you could have maybe caught this buy up. Price was ranging the entire day. New York session, not really much to it. But yeah, that was price action for the week. Pretty decent. We took 2 draws on liquidity, which were this and this. And this. Barely marked that one out. But let's delete everything. Delete. Give me a second. So yeah, that was pretty decent week though. You have to consider that we're inside of a daily bullish fairly up. Last time it was in this, you can see what happened with this sweep, which is absolutely diabolical, brutal sweep. But now we're in this for like 2 days. I really want Monday to expand higher. Coming to next week, I want first drawn liquidity being like, I don't think this low will hold, but I'll just be safe. I'll make it this low. That low is gonna get taken very soon. Probably like this one. And then I don't want it to hold as though the week, but it's interesting because my level would be here. Either there or at the low. I think it's fine where it is. I might even bring it higher, but level there. I'm just trying to think. Actually, I'll bring my level up to round about here. 24,184. That makes more sense to me. I can delete this now, and so I'll make it a white line. I can also delete this. We have a new drone liquidity being this high. I'm still bullish. And then 25k, which I hope we tap soon. And this for our got invest here, and then we fill it in here. Kind of got to mention that on Friday. Below the day was just OTE. And I forgot about this as well. This hourly inverse at 9. So yeah, the hourly inverse was clean, and then OTE, and then 4 by inverse, hourly inverse. Good buys. So we are very bullish. Yeah, I think my first draw will be Friday's high though, because we can take Friday's high and then go back down, whatever. But I'm like low key happy with that. If we just range about, it will be annoying, but you know, actually I might have 2 levels. I'll have 1 level there and then 1 level here. This forward inverse. But yeah, these are my drone liquidities. I can remove this slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including 25k. That's 6, but I'll say 5. This is just like clean range above all-time highs. So yeah, these are my drone liquidities, and keep it clean and simple. That's the DAX recap. See you next week. Bias is still bullish.